Hello, I'm Charles Barnett, or at this moment, you could call me Coach Barnett. I just want to motivate you and challenge you and tell you that all things are possible if you believe in yourself. And we know that all things are possible with God, but it goes a long ways if you can believe that you can accomplish something. You know, there's many of us, we believe that someone else can accomplish this and that because we think they fit the criteria to overcome such situations. But I want to let you know and tell you that you are no fluke. You are no mistake. You are made out of the same stuff that all other humans are made out of. We're all flesh and blood and bone, muscle and tissue, and it all depends on what you want to accomplish in your life. What you want to overcome, your goals. I just want to encourage you that unless you absolutely have no coordination or absolutely no physical abilities, because there are some people that they have those struggles, but and most of them actually they could teach us some things because they overcome some stuff themselves, things that most of us that have hands and feet think we can't do, and some of them that don't have those faculties actually do some things. But here's where it all starts and here's where it all begins. You see, back in the 70s, I had the privilege of being on the very first Hillmar Packers Pop Warner squad. And there was only varsity and JV back then. They didn't have Pee Wee and rookie and whatever you want to call those younger levels, but they just had the varsity and the JV back in the 70s. And so I was on JV. None of us knew how to do anything. We didn't know what we were doing, you know. I think even after a few years after that, still didn't even know what we were doing, but we went out there and gave it a shot. You know, we didn't even all have the same jerseys. They just scrounged together what they could just to get the program off and running. And the varsity, I think, won a few games that year. You know, they started off decent, but us JV, we didn't win nothing. But I just want to show you something, just so that you can see something here. This jacket right here was given to me by Coach Jerry Van Legion. I did not make any of this happen because I was already graduated. I was already out of high school. So the first section championship was already 2 years after I graduated. But this is, just want to make a point here and stress to you, this is a legacy jacket, if you can see that. It's a Hillmar yellow jacket. Matter of fact, let me turn that around so you can read it. If I can do this here and see if it'll let me turn it around. I don't think it's gonna let me do it. But anyways, I know you probably can't read it because it's backwards, but it's a Hillmar Yellow Jacket Division 4, and it gives you the years in which they accomplished this thing, that they won this. And there was another year after this, the 89 year, that they won also. They had a long streak, almost 50 wins. And it's an awesome feat. But you know where that started off? That started off with us playing Pop Warner and not winning not one game. What happened was that we did score one touchdown. And I remember Joe Navarro, he scored that touchdown. And we celebrated, and it was toward the end of a game. Maybe the other team put in all their subs, who knows? I can't remember that far back. But anyways, we scored one touchdown and we acted like we won the game. We were so excited, we were stoked, we were yelling, we were screaming, "Nobody messes with the green machine," is an old slogan we used to say back in the 70s. And the other team laughed at us and said, they lost. They're acting like they won, you know, they didn't understand. And something happened to us that day, is that we realized that if we could score one touchdown, we could score another one. If we can pull together as a team and do our jobs and execute, we can accomplish victories. And so, yes, what happened was, by the time we got to our senior year, we made our first section appearance, 1984 season. We didn't win it. The next year, the guys that were below us, they made another section appearance, and they barely lost it. They didn't win it, came close. But the year after that, they went on a string of wins that is legendary in the state of California. And it all boils down to this one factor, is even though we had a horrible start, we didn't give up. We didn't give up, and we kept at it. We kept working at our trade. We kept working. We listened to what our coaches told us to do. We weren't sloppy with our training. We were, as a matter of fact, back then they were very vigorous, very hard training. I mean, very militaryish style, you know, run, 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 run. If you feel like you're going to throw up, turn your head to the side, throw up, kind of off the field, and then keep running. You know, I mean, you know, if you wanted to be football material, you had to endure the hardships. So I just wanted to share that with you. And if you want to make a legacy in any sport, any activity, it doesn't matter what it is, you're going to have to start somewheres. And you're going to have to get used to losing at first. And you're going to have to get used to having hardships and being really disciplined and hardworking, because we only scored 1 touchdown that year. And then several years later, we go on a string of section championships. So if you will think like a winner and know that even though you're losing right now and you're having hardships right now and it's too much work, you know, you see, if you don't feel like it's too much work, then you're not working hard enough, really. You're not really pushing hard enough. Because if you want to get to an elite level, you want to get to a high level in anything, you've got to put your time in. And see, 1 touchdown on a horrible losing season turned the mindset around of a bunch of young kids in a small town, little dairy town, and got them to believe in themselves to the point where they believed their coaches, they believed in themselves, they pulled together as a team, and they never gave up. They fought to the very end, and league championships were born out of that. Section championships were born out of that. A state win streak of like 48 wins or something, like 47, 48 wins came out of that. And it all started with only scoring 1 touchdown in the season. You see, there's something to be learned in this situation, is that a lot of people think that they're supposed to be good right off the bat. A lot of people think that they're going to be dominant right off the bat. They think they're going to go in and run the table right off the bat. It's never been like that. Never. Especially more now than ever before. We got so many athletes that are just unbelievable in their phenomenal abilities. The training is better. The technology is better. In every situation, even if you want to talk academics, you want to talk technology, you want to talk even the music industry, art, everything is just at a whole different level now. So you have to put in your work, and you have to get used to losing and being unsuccessful at first, and get a taste of that and push your way through it. Because until you do, you'll never get to the top and win consistently. You see, because nobody ever starts off winning consistently right off the bat. But it's like Einstein, I think, said it, that success is learning to get used to the failures as you keep trying and never give up, right? Winston Churchill said the most important message you'll ever learn in life is never give up, never give up, never, ever, ever give up. So I just wanted to challenge you. If you want to accomplish something in your life and you want to be something great in whatever field it is that you're pursuing, don't let the failures at first, don't let the hardships at first, don't let the disappointments stop you from accomplishing what you want to accomplish. That is the way it's supposed to be. That is the way life always has been. And if you'll put in the discipline, the time, and the work, you will succeed, you will overcome, and you will master your trade, and you will be a champion. Remember, 1 touchdown a season turned into a state winning streak and section championships that's still a legend in the state of California today. So please, don't give up. Just get started, keep working, and never ever give up, and you will succeed. Thank you very much. This is Charles Barnett. You have a wonderful day.